everyone, welcome in. Today I thought it might be a good idea to show some of you how to wrap your floral arrangements in the event of very cold weather when you have a lot of deliveries to do. I know for most florists living in the Northeast, we're very used to doing this type of thing, but this particular Valentine's Day, it seems like it's going to be really chilly, frosty, snowy, sleety for so many people in the more southern regions. So I thought it would probably be a good idea to show you once and for all how most of us up here in the north wrap our florals. This is at least what I've always experienced. I've worked for, let's see, in New York, I've probably worked for 4 or 5 different flower shops, and this is the way that most of them do it. So without further ado, we have the Dozen Roses arrangement that I worked on for one of my first tutorials earlier this week, and I actually need to reshoot that. I'm going to be doing that in a little while, but while this one is already ready to go, I thought before I take it apart and show you how to properly make it, I can at least show you how to wrap this. So I'm going to go ahead and get my roll of cellophane. I'm sure you all have this in your shop. And it's been a while since I've had to do one of these. So you want to just pull off a very, very good length of this. Hopefully attach my. So these are pretty simple. I mean, some of these bigger, showier arrangements, it's really tough to find the dry cleaner bags that are large enough to fit over those. So most of the time we'll just do a big piece of cello wrapped all the way around your big, beautiful arrangement. And you want to kind of gather it at the bottom and come up and around. I'm also showing you the most economical version. There's lots of ways to upgrade your wrapping. If you want to do like a little add-on sale, that might be a good opportunity for you to kind of make a lemonade out of the lemons that the weather is handing you. So I'm just going to staple this a couple of times in the back. So hopefully y'all can see this. Right underneath here is where I stapled it. And then you want to very gently pull this up. And around. I do not know where my good staplers are. Brian and I just tore apart the studio and the office, and we've been looking for them, but I think somewhere during the holiday season they got misplaced with gift wrap or ornaments or what have you. Okay. So you want to just kind of neatly fold these in. I use a stapler. Some florists really prefer the really clear transparent tape. They don't like to see any staples. They just prefer the clear tape. That would be fine too, but you know, when you're making hundreds of these and trying to get them out the door and answer the phone and do everything, this is one of the simpler ways to do it. Ooh. Especially if you're not charging anymore for the wrapping service. You know, you want to try to do this as quickly and efficiently and hopefully inexpensively as possible, so you can get back to your other designs and your other customers. Just stapling. Staple, staple, staple. Now my cello, I'm looking at it, I think I only have like maybe 24, 28 inch cellophane. So you might do a little bit better to have your larger roll for this type of wrapping. So then you just kind of staple it and you have this little cloud, just like that. And then, you know, you could always put your sticker here, your label. If you have one of those beautiful decorative boxes, you could easily place this in there with extra tissue paper around it. Another option is before you wrap it in cellophane, line your cellophane with some type of decorative tissue paper, or sometimes people even have that really beautiful gift wrap. You can do that as well. And if you think about the holiday season, when your wrapping poinsettias, you have those beautiful paper sleeves that you can drop everything into. That's another great option. You could always, create your own version of one of those and just staple it and, get it out the door safely that way and just staple it up. And, make sure to tell your customers as soon as they get these indoors, make sure that you remove the cellophane, especially if they have the heat on in their house, because that creates kind of a greenhouse effect, and it can actually make your roses open up a lot faster. And then, you don't want to get complaints that your roses, are not holding up so well. So, yeah, those are my tips for how to wrap as simply as possible. The other option is to always get one of those dry cleaner style bags. I can show you one of those as well. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna put this on the floor. I'm working from the upstairs, soon to be guest room right now in the house. This is under construction, but I feel like the lighting during this time of year is so much better up here than it is in the studio or it is in the office. So I'm just trying to make this space work for right now. All right, so let me put this down, and then I'm going to show you how to do this with one of the dry cleaning bags with another type of wrap. Okay, I'm back. So, I think most flower shops, you have your handy dandy bags like this. It's really great for wrapping your halos for flower girls. It's great sometimes for bridal bouquets. Sometimes you have to hydrate your gardenias and you need to cover them when you put them in the cooler, all that kind of stuff. So you should have one of these, or a roll of these somewhere. Mimosa scraps everywhere on this table. Oh my goodness. All right. For now, I'm just going to take this arrangement, it's not even an arrangement, it's just cut clematis that I'm hoping to use later on this week for a different tutorial. So if this was an arrangement in your shop, you can just very simply pull it up like this. I always blow a little bit of air into these to make certain that it's not crunching your flowers. I'm grabbing my scissors, ribbon scissors, always a must. And again, if this is your shop, this would be a great spot to put a little sticker on it. In this case, I'm just going to tie it with a little bit of ribbon. Front, back. I always think it's nice, if you have to wrap things, to add a bow or a ribbon of some kind so that it just looks more loved. And it looks more like a gift. And honestly, if you have a floral business, you're always sending gifts to everybody. So there seems to be this movement right now where everybody is so anti-bow and I don't want bows on things. But if you're sending a gift, it's Valentine's Day. How can you not be putting a bow on something like that? I think it's really, really lovely. I guess maybe if your customers think that they'd rather have the money put into flowers or something, they're very anti-bow. I don't know. I don't even think it's the customers, to be honest. I don't think it's the customers that have the issues with the bows. I really think it's the florists. I think tons of them, I don't know if it's a time savings thing or they just don't know how to make proper bows. I'm not really sure, but I just think this looks really pretty. And then this way you don't have to really worry so much about the cold. Once again, you could definitely dress this up if you have a beautiful decorative box or something you want to put it in. You could add lots more layers of tissue paper. But it's a pretty style of wrapping, and then you don't have to panic and think, oh my gosh, there's sub-zero temperatures and I have these really delicate florals going out. You just want everything to go out looking its very best. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope that some of you florists out there who are dealing with the cold weather, I hope it's a one-time thing especially for Valentine's Day. Oh my gosh, I've worked through so many blizzards and rainstorms and hail and snowstorms and you name it. There's always an adventure in being a florist. But hopefully this is helpful to those of you that are really struggling with figuring out how to wrap things as quickly as possible. And if you don't have time in your shop to do this yourself as a shop owner or something, you can always have your assistants and your designers just watch videos like this and hopefully just learn really quick while you're on the go, or like I said, answering phone calls, or customers are coming in, or maybe you just need a cup of coffee. That might be a nice little break for you. So I certainly do. That's what I'm about to do before I film this next video, which I think is going to be the dozen roses in a vase. So until next time, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being patient with us while I'm trying really hard to get a handle on how to make these videos. So thank you for your patience in this process, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you.